Um, so marriage. Let's talk about marriage. I don't know if I ever plan on getting married before I started to get into relationships. I was in bad relationships and I was always like, no, I'm not getting married. Like, what the heck? What's the point? I don't care. Whatever. And then when I got into a nice relationship, one that I actually, cared about, I, uh, I was like, I wanted to get married. And it seemed like a new world that opened up to me. You know, sure, people can talk down on marriage a lot, but if they were in love and they found somebody they wanted to be with, I'm sure they would reconsider it for the person they loved, you know? And that's kind of what happened to me. So I'm not going to be opposed to the idea just because of other people's experiences. Um, that's kind of dumb. I mean, sure, I'm opposed to the idea of jumping off a bridge because of other people's experiences of jumping off the bridge, but this is sort of different. So there are some people out there, they confuse me. Like, I believe that marriage is a vow. Sure, you can have marriages if you are both married for the benefits from the government and all that stuff. Um, that's a different story. But if you're married for love, um, I believe that you two should do your best to work stuff out. Um, you have to negotiate in a relationship, especially something as deep as marriage. It's You're both gonna like argue, clash. You're gonna have ego problems. You're gonna be like, oh, what about me? What about me? But more so, it should be like, what about us? We're in this together, and it should be something we're trying to fight for. You kind of have to like get on the same common ground. You have to be on the same level, because if one person is feeling like they're not getting what they need, then they're gonna hold back. And then the other person, in return, is gonna feel like, oh, since they're holding back, I'm not getting what I need, so I'm gonna just hold back too. So then both people just become strangers. Like they just build a wall towards each other. And this ends relationships. Um, yeah, pretty much ends relationship. When you're not able to talk it out, or your communication is awful and you just can't get to a solution. Yes. But I feel that in a marriage, do your best. Because first of all, I know it's expensive. If you had a whole wedding and everything. Unless you're like Kim Kardashian and did all that for money just to get rich. Oh, how I envy that. I don't. But anyway, like, you got married. You made a vow in front of everybody. Or in front of whoever you thought were important to invite to the wedding. Um, just try that much harder. I hear a noise outside. I think somebody's going through our trash. Let me take a look. Maybe, yeah. So, there are people out there who like cheat. You know, cheating to me is like kissing, touching, uh, feeling and being open about it and all that stuff. People define cheating differently. But it's funny because, the person who's married with the ring on their finger, this is the outside person. The outside person will go into it like that and feel that they have no responsibility if something happened. As you know, this can end badly when cheating, an affair happen in a marriage. It can always end badly. I've seen it end badly. I grew up around broken marriages, so Outside person has as much responsibility as the person that's married, because you agreed to it. It's kind of like an invisible contract. I agree to be with you. You agree to be with me. So together, we have agreed to break a vow. A vow that you apparently made on love. So, it isn't right. I don't think it's right. It may be exciting, maybe intense, but to really just like go out of town, or to sneak out or sneak somewhere just to meet somebody so you could have that moment of pleasure. Hopefully that moment of pleasure will lead these people into a happy marriage of their own, if that's what they want. But most of the time it's just people who can't get what they're getting out of their marriage, so they find it outside. That's why I was talking about how you two should really try to work it out. You know, try to make things exciting. Because it's horrible to have people who are in a relationship and they're lonely and they're just like, they want to be out of it. And they don't realize how, lucky they are to have somebody, to have companionship. Sure, when you're in a relationship, it seems great. When, single people, they get to do whatever they want, they get to go out. But you do have to realize what some single people have to deal with when they're going out partying, they're trying to meet people. They're trying to meet people, they're trying to get to your level. And there's all these games. It's a lot of games. People don't say what they mean, people are nice to your face just because they want to be nice to your face. It's just a lot to deal with. I experienced that. I'm pretty disappointed in myself that I took it for granted, because I am totally opposed to going out to trying to meet people and stuff. I don't want to do that. It's tiring. I would have to be very determined and have interest in it, and I'm not. So, but the thing is, marriages. Yeah. People, like gay people, are fighting to get married. Because they want that. They want that unity, They want that. And then there are people who have the right to get married, who can get married whenever they want and wherever. And they just disgrace it. Like with me, I think when I want to get married, I have to think about what city, what state I have to go into. And will it be recognized in my city, my state? It's quite sad. But of course, no one will really know what I feel unless they are me. But I'm trying to explain to you what I mean. So it is quite sad when I see people doing things like that to whoever they're married to. It's one thing to have feelings for somebody, but it's another thing to actually act on it, to pursue the other person. It just changes everything. So yeah, I think that's all I'll say. And people who think they can just do this and get away with it, and they'll just be okay, no consequences, there are consequences. Because somewhere along the line you disrupted something, and you hurt somebody. You may not know it, you may not see it, but the universe sees it. The energy senses it. And you know how energy is, it gets recycled. It'll come back in the end. And that's just what I believe. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.